Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Ivy. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just saying. Anyway, real quick, lots of stuff have been coming out. Harvey's been very busy. We had Hurricane Harvey, and now we got Harvey the sexual predator. Either way, he's tearing apart something. Lives, cities, whatever. Anyway, in the background I have Diana Ross. I'm coming out because I thought it was apropos for all the women who are coming out to talk about how they were sexually assaulted or approached or molested by this Harvey Weinstein guy. So a lot of people coming out, it just takes one person to come out and then everybody else kind of comes out. But anyway, I just thought that we might touch on that only because I want people to know how darn powerful the vagina is. It's unbelievable. People who come to New York or who's in the entertainment business or who are enthralled with men with money, a lot of times, even when men aren't attractive, if they have money, they know they can attract women. Men who have never had anything before and know that just having money and some kind of power will just bring women to them. Once they say, girl, who's that? Oh, that's so-and-so. Ooh, is it? Because they will compromise themselves. But honestly, it's really not worth it. I feel very bad for these women. They even have a new slogan now. I think Teen Vogue. They have, the Me Too. But before I get to the Me Too, there was so far the count that I counted of women that have come out about Harvey Weinstein is 36 women. Now with Bill Cosby, because he'd been in, I guess, I don't know if he'd been in longer or not, but they claim it was 50 women. Anyway, that was a whole nother thing. Harvey's going to a sex clinic and they want to put Bill Cosby in jail. Hey, we're living in America. Everybody's equal, right? Anyway, just being sarcastic and facetious, of course. But the thing is that none of it is right. Whether you're drugging people to get them to be sexual with you, or whether you are just bribing them because if they don't sleep with you, you won't push their career, and you have the power to do it. I guess when women are in college, I guess they can, somebody said, prostitute themselves, they might either, do stripping. I'm stripping because I'm trying to work my way through college. Again, the power of the vagina, because you can get money, you can get money if you just do these lewd things, but you have to be so careful with your body. Listen, when I was at Syracuse, that's when Vanessa Williams, first Miss Black America, all because of sexual, whatever, they waited until the very moment that she was being crowned to bring that out. And she was in, probably a freshman in college or whatever, experimenting, if you will, so you have to be careful what you do. And it's even worse today because everything is social media. Everybody wants to be on social media. Everybody wants to tell what they ate, what time they went to the bathroom, I'm waiting at the airport, I'm about to fly out to here, or I'm going there. Listen, none of that stuff is really necessary to tell people. I guess some people have nothing else to do. Me, I have to make time to come and do this show most of the time, whether you like it or not, because I just want to do it because I'm a radio TV major, and this is a good thing, and I have things to talk about. Everything else goes on social media. Anyway, so they have this Me Too thing about, me too, I've been sexually molested. Me too. They're saying how many young girls are sexually molested. And it's unfortunate because we have a lot of little girls, even where I live, there's men coming in and out of the house. No little girl is safe, as Oprah Winfrey would say. No girl is safe. I think she said something like that. You have to be careful with your body. It's all that we have. It's the most valuable thing that we have. And once it's given to somebody, You know, it's your, like, it should be your most prized possession. I mean, it's your body. God gave you this body to do things with it, not to, excuse me, I'm sorry, but I got to turn down and Ross off. Eek, sorry. So anyway, so they have the Me Too thing, and, you know, young girls and women are coming out about them. 50 people, what is it, 36, I think it was for Harvey. Anyway, the vagina is a very powerful, powerful thing. Men have sorted it for many, many years. They say it's the oldest, I don't know, do they call it a career in the world? You know, prostitution. You know, men will buy it even if they have women because they want to. And I'm saying this is just generalized. So this is not all men, because certainly the guys that I know are real perfect gentlemen. I mean, those who are married to their wives. They love them. They've been married for years, and it's a wonderful thing. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that there's always a few who make the others look bad. There are men who have raised beautiful daughters. I know men who've raised wonderful, beautiful, strong daughters. You know, and that's a good thing. And unfortunately, not everybody can have that privilege of having, or that, what do you call it? The privilege of having a good father in their lives. You know, fathers are very important to women. And you have women that come over here from other countries that want to make it big. This is America. They want to live the dream, but forgetting that our attitudes with some men, that especially those that are rich and powerful, are no different than any other third world country or any place else. They still treat women like they're a piece of crap. They treat women like they're an object. You know, they treat women like second-class citizens, like you don't have a brain in your head. You're just a vagina with feet, like I always say. So I think those are the men who really need to come to the vagina monologues when we do them in March, because it's talking about violence and how women are treated. Anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, and just saying, you know, to just really be careful. And I know that, you know, women become very enthralled, you know. As in fact, I have a male friend that lives in California who laughed because he couldn't believe I didn't know that they have this thing called a finishing school in Los Angeles or somewhere in California, where white women go, specifically only white women, where they go and they learn how to sexually please or pleasure black male athletes. And so sometimes you might wonder, like, why is he with that? You know, because most sisters, most black women can't afford the tickets. We don't have a finishing school that we go to where, you know, you go to pleasure a man, you know. So, I mean, once you get a hold to the small head, you know, they know that. You can control everything else, because this head out here is going to go wacky, and it's going to go against whatever that head down there wants. So sometimes we just have to be very careful, because what we have has been sorted after for a very, very long time, and it's powerful, and men go after it, and you just have to understand that you're a valuable human being. You're a valuable spirit, and that you really don't need to allow any man to take advantage of you. Now, some women go for the wealthy, or men, at least they're getting, some people would say, the more progressive. Yeah, honey, whatever you got to do to get, you got to use what you got to get what you want. I think Cheryl Lynn said that. No, not Cheryl Lynn. Lynn Collins, you know. Hey, fellas, I'm talking to you, you and you too. So when she said, we got to use what we got to get what we want, I don't think that's always necessary. I think that your brain, you can get what you want by using your own mind and your own intelligence. Also, I went to a party this weekend, and speaking of which, ladies, girls, everybody, please be careful how you dress. I mean, these women had on tight dresses that were not only tight, but they were short, just coming under the curves. And the thing is that there was some song that was playing, I think I mentioned this on Tuesday, that had the P-U-S-S-Y in it, and eat my, you know. And I'm thinking, and these are mothers. These women are most likely have children. and they know the songs to all these crazies. Now, I think, honestly, people are being drugged. They're either being drugged. I can't imagine that our society has fallen apart this bad. I mean, this is really bad. The music that we listen to, no instruments, you know, nobody knows what key anything is in. They don't know a sharp from a flat. You know, it's just really gotten so bad that the moral compass is just kind of gone out of whack. There is no moral compass anymore. Everything is, you can say what you want to say, do what you want to do. And unfortunately, some people are falling apart because of Donald Trump. Sadly to say, I actually know people who probably just got out of bed since Donald Trump was elected because they're so, you know, torn up about it. You know, listen. Some people say, yes, well, he's got his finger on the trigger and he can't get it off, and he's going to pull that trigger and blow the whole world up. Well, I don't know about you, but the God that I serve, I don't think he's going to allow this man to destroy what he put together. But, you know, the privileged people always feel like they need to be in control of everyone else for fear of someone else coming and taking the place. Now, people talk about a race war. People talk about all these things. You know, there's been a race war going on for a long time. I don't know. I mean, I've been fighting. You know, you got to fight to keep your job. You got to fight to have a decent place to live. You got to fight for decent food. You got to fight for a great education. You know, there's always a crazy war. But the thing is, the negative things you should not put all your energy into, because the more you put your energy into negativity, the bigger it gets. Okay, so we as a human race need to start thinking a little bit differently and not paying attention to the negative and not bringing out the negative, but trying to focus on the positive. And when something's negative, just ignore it. I mean, sometimes it's very difficult to ignore rather, the president of the United States, because he says so many things. But sometimes when you bring a lot of attention to him, it just makes it worse. You know, why give him that kind of attention that he's seeking, you know, unless it's something positive? You know, you call somebody else that's the head of another country Rocket Man. That's a little immature. You know, name calling. We tell our kids, don't call anybody a name, you know. But we got a long way to go. Anyway, I am going to stop right now. And there was a song that I love. And it was from this party. And I always tried to remember it because it is a song that I used to dance to. You know, dancing, going to a club back in the day, you could go after work and you could work out by dancing. You can't do that anymore. You know, people got carrying guns, you know, like the other. You can't. What is happening to us? Anyway, we got to stay positive. That's the thing. But anyway, this is the song that I really like. And you guys tell me if you remember it. I had to really find this thing. Okay. Oops. I don't have it up. Wait. This is what Harvey was saying to these women. You know, if he didn't get what he wanted from them. Hey, listen. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Gotta get undressed. Gotta get ready to boogie. What I'd like for you to do is like the show. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell a friend. I'm just saying. You know?
Give me your love, baby.
Yeah. Sorry, this tie is very expensive. It's from Italy, and I'm tearing it up. This is Harvey getting undressed. It's a shame. God bless those women. Honestly, come out, do what you gotta do, ladies. Stick together. All right. Let it be known. We're not gonna take this crap. Okay.